morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Sir Meerkat, and welcome back to the MotoMeerkat channel, and welcome to the MotoMeerkat World Series Christmas Cup. Now today, I'm super excited, boys. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all. It's kind of gone past Christmas a little bit now. We're looking forward to the new year, to 2021, but we still got to have a bit of fun to end 2020 off, don't we? And obviously, got these very, very cool little hat things. What would you call them? Snowmen thingies? I don't really know. I thought they were cool. I thought they kind of fitted in with the theme of the stream today. But I've got loads of people in the live chat ready and waiting. I hope you're all really excited. And it's taken me quite some time and quite a bit of effort to get all this sorted and put together. So again, I hope you do really enjoy today's stream. We've got lots of action coming at you, and also if you do end up enjoying yourself, please drop a like on the stream and subscribe to my channel as well, because somehow before the stream's even started it's got demonetized. So I don't know what's happened here. It's got exactly the same settings as the stream for tomorrow, and that's fully monetized. So no idea what's going on there, YouTube. Thanks for that. But anyway, no problem at all. We're going to have good fun no matter what. So today, we have got 9 heats. Yes, 9 heats coming away on Project Cars 2. Today, we've got 15 racers, all really excited to get going and get doing some racing. So as I said, 9 heats, 5 laps for each heat. Now, we're going to pick the tracks and the cars for each heat randomly out of some hats that I've got down here. And also, the racers that will be in each heat will also be picked out of a cap. So there'll be like 3 drawings. So 3 heats from the first drawing, 3 heats from the second, and 3 heats from the third. So that they never ever get mixed up. You don't get like 2 people in the same draw of heats and things. It can get a bit complicated, but don't worry. It all makes sense in the end. Not to worry about it. So the point system for today is going to be with 5 races in each heat. It's going to be 10 points for the winner, 8 points for second, 6 points for third, 4 for fourth, and 2 for fifth. I think I've been very generous with the points there, so count yourself lucky, racers out there. And obviously, we've got today's stream, which is the heats, and then tomorrow at the same time, at 2 PM, is going to be the endurance race, so sort of more of what you would usually expect from the MotoMeerkat World Series, but even better, like a full race weekend start. And it's going to be great fun, so make sure you tune in tomorrow as well. But today, without further ado, I say we should get into drawing the first heat. I hope you're all excited. I hope you're all very excited. Let me get the hat that's down here, and we'll start picking. I think we'll pick the car first, then the track, and then the 5 races that are going to be involved. So why don't we do that right now? I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Right, let's grab the one for the cars. As you can see, like, a serious budget has been put into this, guys. Like, printed out stuff. Not at all. MotoMeerkat's got no budget, but a hell of a lot of fun. That's what we can take away from this. So, let's pick out. I'm going to try and be, like, relatively good with this, with the picking, and try and be unbiased. So I'll turn it away. I'll turn my head away. Get the first piece of paper. I think that is just one. It is indeed. So let's pop the cars back down. What are the first group of racers going to be racing in? They're going to be racing in Group 5 cars. Now, you'll notice when I pick these out, with the cars, some of them have M and some of them have S. M means multiple and S means singular. So this means that the racers that are in this race, you will be able to choose what car you use out of all of the Group 5 cars. So there's multiple choices, whereas ones with S, just singular, there's just one, and you'll have to use the same thing, just with a different livery. So first group will be in Group 5 cars. Now let's have a look at what track you guys will all be racing on. Again, another lovely little hat here. Let's turn away again, give it a good shuffle. And I've got one out. There we go. I've got just the one. What track will the Group 5 cars be racing on? They'll be racing at Zolder. So Zolder for the first group. And now all we need to find out is who is going to be racing in a Group 5 car at Zolder. Let's see. Let's see, everyone. All the racers watching the stream, be looking out for your lane now, because this is when I need you to be zoned in and know what's going on. So let's pick. We're going to go quickly through these ones. The first person is Samalicious. You are in Heat 1. Now, for the second racer. Who's this? We have got Jack. Jack, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. You will also be in the first heat. Now for the third racer. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Exciting times. It is Ben Eansgeck. You are in Heat 1 as well. For the fourth person. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Ah, it is Rahis. Now, I know it says DK Ardori, but I promise, if you can see close enough, it says Rahis. DK Ardori has had to drop out with some back issues today, so Rahis is taking his place, and he will be in Heat number 1. And the final racer to be in Heat number 1 is going to be this person that I picked out right here. It is LSJ Rundle. LSJ Rundle, you'll be joining Sam Malicious, Jack, Ben Eansgeck, and Rahis for Heat number 1 in Group 5 cars at Zolder. I'm so excited to get this underway. So I'll switch over to a little screen telling that Heat 1's coming soon, and I'll get this all set up for you. So don't go anywhere. Heat 1 is going to start very soon. I'll see you in a second. Right, so hopefully you can hear me. You can indeed. We are just getting ready for Heat 1 to start for today. I think everyone should hopefully get in the lobby okay. I'm hoping Project Cars 2 decides to play ball today and is very nice, very kind, and doesn't do anything particularly horrendous. So let's just, again, make sure, yep, that's all working. Cool, we'll get the map up. We don't want timings up. And we'll switch over so we can see where the boys have ended up on the grid. We've got Sam Alicious on pole, LSJ Rundle just behind him. Then we've got Ben, then we've got Rahis, and then we've got Jack bringing up the rear. Of course, the grids for these races decided at random by Project Cars, so hopefully that keeps it relatively fair and people won't be too angry about their grid starts. But as we said, 5 laps, just a little bit of a dash to the finish, but it should be really good fun and make for some good racing. Now, we're just waiting for all of the guys to ready up and tell the game that they're ready to go. I think maximum wait time for that's 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, so shouldn't be anything too crazy. And the lobby seems to be okay at the moment. No lag as we sit here, but when they start, you never know what is going to happen. You never really know, but I'm super excited for the race to start, and there we go. I think it is about to start. Sinking, and the 5 red lights should be coming up very soon. There they are. We're about to go for the first race, and it's underway at Zolder. Great start by Ben, that looks like on the middle row. Weaving a little bit though as Sam takes the first corner in first position and comes out just ahead. The Group 5 cars looking absolutely stunning round the second corner. Who's that going for a move? Sam looks to be going down to second, but no, he stays ahead, just keeping Rundle behind him. There's a little bit of argy-bargy between Ben and Rahis as they're still side by side. Ben, a little bit of oversteer there, loses a tiny bit of speed, but stays in third and goes for it up into second, just jotting past Rundle there. As the camera decides, I don't want to follow the racers. There we go. We're looking at them again as Rahis follows Ben closely down into this tight left-hander. Goes through around the outside, but outbrakes himself completely. And Rahis is off into the gravel trap. Loses a lot of speed and could allow for Jack to come up behind him and take that 4th position, but I'm not so sure quite yet as Sam is looking great in that Momo number 30 car out in front. Look at that, what a beauty there, what a beauty he's racing, but don't count Rundle out just yet. He's still right behind him. This is proving fantastic. No racers coming off too heavily just yet. A little bit of an outbraking himself by Rahis earlier on in this race, but he seems to have done okay and he's recuperated that slight loss of time as Sam loses it coming out of the right-hander there, and Rundle is able to take the position. A little bit of a mistake there as looking behind, I thought Rahis was going to go for the move there, but Ben is able to cover him off. So Rundle actually takes the lead coming out of the final corner to start the second lap of this race. What a crazy first lap there. Sam now going to have to do some defending from Ben and Rahis. I did see some people saying, I'm not sure if it was in the live chat or on our Instagram chat, as I've just seen Rundle's gone wide at the first corner. It's going to allow for Sam to look around the outside. I thought Ben was going to look up the inside as well. Not quite going to happen, but it could happen. 3 wide, so close there. Rundle stays ahead. Sam looking round his outside. They're going to come down this straight here. They're not going straight there, and there was a tap between Ben and Sam. Pushes Sam wide. There's going to be more tapping. I thought Ben was going to go in the wall there, super close. He manages to recuperate his car and just about is all over the shop as Rahis, they're in a huge crash. Ben and Rahis, they look like they're both going to be out from that crash. Jack's able to go past them, and oh dear, Jack has hit into Rahis as well. It's not gone well there, but it's great for Rundle and Sam, who are going to start to pull ahead there. We'll look back. Ben is still in 3rd place, but oh my goodness, absolutely calamitous for Ben, Rahis and Jack there, who's still in last, being just caught up with that crash just as it was ending there. Very, very frustrating for him. Very frustrating. But let's see. There's about a 4-second gap now, it seems, from Ben to Sam. But they are going to have damage. Damage is still on performance enhancing as Rahis looks for the move around the outside, but isn't quite able to make it happen. And, oh, a little bit of chopping and changing there as these guys are going to be super close coming out onto the straight. Rahis is going to look for the inside. What can he do? I think he can do it. Slows it down for the left-hander, just about keeps it on the track and moves ahead of Ben. As I said, it's on performance impacting damage, so those little impacts that they had will have affected their performance and will be detracting from their pace. I think Ben probably had the biggest hit there, which is why he's now having Rahis pull ahead of him, and Sam is off. Sam is off at the first corner, drops down to last. He's binned it completely by himself. He was nowhere near Rundle or Rahis and Ben behind. So Sam has dropped it on his own. Oh dear, Samuel. Can he get back past at all here? We'll have to wait and see, as Jack is able to get past Rahis, and so is Sam. So it looks like Rahis has also gone off there. The positions are chopping and changing so much now, as Rahis has now got past Sam. So I think Sam then went back off there. Absolute chaos this is, as we're on the third lap of this race. But Rundle now with a 3-second lead as he gets it all wrong into there, and a huge accident out front. Rundle loses it all by himself. He's going to have to rejoin here, and Ben, who was involved in a crash only a lap earlier, is now in the lead of this race. Jack was in last for this whole thing, and he's now in second, only 0.9 off of the leader. This is absolute madness going on here, guys. What an incredible first heat from the boys at Zolder. This is unbelievable. Ben is now in the lead, followed by Jack, followed by Rahis, followed by Sam, and then Rundle now brings up the rear. Look at how damaged his car is. He was leading by a solid margin, and he's only gone and thrown it away. What have you done there, Rundle? What have you done? So frustrating. We move on to the penultimate lap of this race. As I said, Ben now in the lead. This is just incredible. I couldn't have hoped for better here. With 2 laps to go, we still don't have a clue who's going to win this race. Ben managing to keep a relatively stable lead ahead of Jack at the moment, with Rahis just following them, and then a slight gap back to Sam, and about 20 seconds back to Rundle now. Rundle is indeed in the pits. You can see him trying to limp in. Oh, that is a sad sight, Rundle. That is a sad sight. You've thrown away this race, mate. Unlucky, sir. Unlucky. But if we look back, Jack is under pressure from Rahis, going into tight left-hander, and that was a quite a ballsy move there from Rahis, pushing off Jack, but is a gentleman and allows him back through into second place. We don't want to see those ballsy, I think is probably the right word to use. Yeah, he really went for it, that move. Wasn't quite on, but very nice of him to allow Jack back past. And hopefully, for Ben at least, he could be able to use this to get some advantage, get some lead over these two boys. But still, all three of them following relatively closely as we go, well, almost on to the final lap. Now, I can look at an onboard. Look at this. Wait, oh, okay, no. I know. Go back to track side. They're going to go side by side. Go into cockpit cam of Jack. Look at him. Goes up the inside. Rahis again. This time, keeps it tidy, on track, and gets through. So that's Jack down into third place now. But as we go on to the final lap, it's all getting super duper close. Rahis only 2/10 off Ben. Looks to the move at the first corner, but isn't quite able to do it. It is looking like Rahis could be the one to snatch this away from Ben, as he gets so much oversteer coming out of the first corner there, but still is able to keep the gap relatively close behind Ben, as he's really having difficulty there, keeping it on track. And honestly, it's all to play for between the three of these guys. Super close between the three of them, as we're about halfway through this final lap of Heat 1. I can't believe how fantastic this has been, with Jack closely following behind Rahis here, not quite able to get that move done. But Rahis, again, still all over the shop. He's almost in the wall there. Rahis, oh my goodness, you could win this race. He's going to go for it up the inside. Oh my goodness, Rahis, that was a send and a half. He's punted Ben off into the gravel. Jack squeezes up his inside and is able to go into the lead, slows down, allows Rahis through, and Ben gets back through as well. So the boys kind of sorting it out between themselves there. I would have possibly had to give some sort of penalty there for Race, because that was just far too banditry, but they've kind of re-sorted it out themselves. As we move on to the final sector of the final lap, Ben still leads this race, just followed by Rahis and Jack behind. Sam is all by himself in his own world, and so is Rundle. I think he's just come out of the pits here, but Rahis now looking to the outside at the final corner, gets it done, but goes off into the gravel. He's going to have to slow down, and Ben could retake this, and so could Jack. They're going to come to the line. Ben is going to win Heat 1, and Jack does indeed take Rahis for second place across the line, with Rahis taking third, still getting on the podium. What a first heat that was, with Sam taking fourth and Rundle taking fifth place. Wow, that was amazing. Let's switch it back over to my camera. What was that, everyone? That was just incredible. Right, let's return to the lobby. Let's make sure I take a photo of the results. Make sure we've done all that. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. That was incredible. How much did you guys enjoy that? My mind is blown. Guys, amazing from all you raced out there. Oh, some interesting moves there. Some interesting moves that we might have to look at after the race. But it's kind of sorted out by the drivers themselves. So well done, everyone, for getting involved in that first race and really making a spectacle for the fans watching today. What a first heat. Wow. But without further ado, let's get on to deciding the second heat for today. That's only one of 9, guys. You've got 8 more races, hopefully just like that, coming at you, well, right now. So let's decide, firstly, the type of cars for this second heat. My voice is already going, boys. Voice is already going. Right, let's get this. Cars. Cool, I think I picked one. And it's going to be the Ferrari series. So there are multiple cars again for all the races in this one to choose from. But obviously, I believe from that, they're all Ferraris. So Ferrari series for this second heat. And then let's... almost dropped it there. Let's have a look at some tracks. What one are we going to pick? I think that's one. Yep, there we go. Pop that back down there. Let's see what track the Ferrari series will be racing on. It's Brands Hatch GP. So you boys are going to be racing in Ferraris on Brands Hatch GP for this second heat. But let's find out who exactly it's going to be. 5 more races to come. Let's see who it's going to be. Watch out, races. It could be you. So the first one in this heat will be GSR CJ Pants. You will be in Heat 2. But let's find out who's going to be joining you. Second racer, I've tightened these up well, is VF2R Daniel. You are in the second heat, buddy. Then the third racer, who have we got here? It is the famous boy himself, JWF1, will be in Heat number 2. Fourth racer for this heat. Second to last pick for this one. And it is WRL Senna, aka Arthur. He changes his username seemingly every day, but it's Arthur. He knows who he is. The 4th racer for that. For this heat, let's shuffle it. The final racer for heat number 2 is Racing Reviews. So, mate, Daniel, you are in heat number 2. So that is it. We've got GSR CJ Pants, VF2R Daniel, JWF1, Arthur, and Racing Reviews for heat number 2 in the Ferrari series at Brands Hatch GP. Hopefully, it can be just as much of a spectacle as our last heat. So without further ado, I'll set up the lobby and we'll get into it. So we'll be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere, everyone. You don't want to miss it. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I was expecting to be able to talk over the gameplay, but I've kicked my camera. Right, I'll change it. There we go. I was not expecting to be on camera then. Right, we're getting in to the second heat of the day at Brands Hatch. Whew. Boys will be racing in Ferraris in the Ferrari series of cars. And here they are. All on the grid. All about ready to go. As we said before, we've got JWF1, who's been put on pole. Lucky, lucky boy. Just behind him, we've got Arthur. And then we've got Dan on third position. Then we've got Racing Reviews on fourth. And CJ Pants bringing up the rear of the grid in fifth position. And I believe they've all decided they want to go racing. So we're about to start this second heat of the day with these 5 drivers involved. Let's hope this all works. And they're off. I don't know why I didn't get to see the lights, but there we go. They're underway. JW, they're going to go 3-1 into the first corner. Oh my goodness. Arthur takes, JWF1 with he's almost taken Arthur out, but instead takes himself out, and now he's at the back of the grid. The blue Ferrari of, I believe that's Racing Reviews, going up the inside, and it is indeed, he takes the lead from Arthur, but Arthur's going to try and hold it on the inside there. They squeeze each other a little, and oh my goodness, what a send from VF to our Daniel on Racing Reviews there. Pushes him off slightly to take second position, but they've all managed to keep it relatively chill halfway through this first lap, coming off the Indy section to go onto the GP part of the circuit, and Racing Reviews is following Dan very, very closely. That's confusing. They're both called Dan. Dan's going to look up the inside of Dan, but Dan can't quite make it happen. But VF to our Daniel looks up the inside for first position. Is he going to go for it? Thinks better of it, probably for the best. But Racing Reviews looks to then take advantage of that lost speed. He's going to look for out the inside. Can't quite make it happen there. A bit ballsy, but VF to our Daniel's going to be even more ballsy. Looking up the inside of Arthur, but Arthur keeps the inside for the next corner and manages to stay ahead. But we've got these 3 guys right close to each other up front, with CJ and JW only just behind. Oh! Dan has been taken out by Racing Reviews. What a send there for Racing. Oh, with JW to go slightly wide and just clips Dan there on exit as well. Luckily, both about okay, but Racing Reviews with a little bit of a punt there from him, but we'll have to take another look at that after the race. But that's allowed CJ Pants to catch up with Mr. Racing Reviews. Could possibly see a cheeky little battle there, but it has been very, very nice on Arthur, with him now gaining about a 1.3 second lead, it seems, at the moment. So, doing alright, but these cars are, wow, they look amazing. Absolutely stunning. What colour's your favourite, guys, you think? Do we like this red and white? This blue? This red and black is nice? Or Dan's sort of silver? Or JW's yellow as he passes Dan for 4th position? Each position is more points, so go for it, JW. He takes 4th place, but we'll look back towards the sort of leaders. There is around 3 or 4 seconds now between CJ in 3rd and JW in 4th, so kind of becoming 2 separate groups here. But still looking like a good lot of fun out there. Racing Reviews in 2nd place in that blue Ferrari with about 1.5 seconds off Arthur in 1st position. And then about the same back to CJ Pants in 3rd. It just depends on what these guys' pace can be like. Obviously, with these random grids, means that they can't be doing any practice. So they're really getting thrown in blind to each race. But I think that's all part of the fun, isn't it? Not having a clue what you are doing it's the main part of sim racing. It's great fun. It's great fun. Oh my goodness. What a race so far. Lap 3 out of 5 on this Grand Prix layout. But it seems that the gap is staying relatively the same between Arthur and Racing Reviews. So currently looking like Arthur is set to take the full 10 points for this heat. But let's have a look a bit further back. We can see JW and Dan are having a good little fight for 4th position. A little bit wide there from JW in his yellow car. Obviously staying on brand with the JWF1 branding. Or sorry, I can't say JWF1 anymore, can I? Because FOM will turn me off. So I've got to say John Warren, as John Warren begins to get passed by Dan and does so indeed. Drops back to 5th position and allows Dan to retake those 2 extra points that he will be receiving for 4th place. Obviously, no points for fastest lap in the heats. It's not too long, and everything's a bit random. So fastest lap will usually probably go to the leader. So didn't think that was fair. But in the endurance tomorrow, there will indeed be extra points for the fastest lap. As JW, oh no, just taking a swig of water there, and JW goes wide, giving some space to Dan now, who can hopefully put the pedal to the metal and squeeze out this lead from JW. But we'll check back on them in a little while, as the gap near the front is staying, again, relatively similar. We will jump on board, actually. I mean, if it works. There we go. Change it over to the cockpit, and we're on board with Racing Reviews, as he's just finishing sort of the first sector of this track. Brands Hatch, one of my favourite circuits in the UK, if not the world, and my most local track, I guess you would say. Only about a half an hour, 40-minute drive from me, so hopefully when COVID allows and the world kind of clears itself up, I can start doing some real-life content, maybe do some vlogs, visit some events at Brands Hatch. So obviously, if you ever see me there, come up, say hi, we can get a little photo, and it'll be good fun. It'll be great fun, but absolutely love this circuit. Probably prefer to actually driving myself. I'd say I'd probably prefer the Indy layout to the GP, but in these Ferrari cars, they've got good pace on them, so the GP circuit is still a very, very good layout, as it seems like we're slightly catching up with Arthur, as he goes a bit wide there, a cheeky bit of oversteer, then goes wide on exit as well, gets not quite a penalty yet, but more of a warning, but that has allowed for Racing Reviews to gain sort of half a second on him. As we'll switch over, we'll have a look at the onboard. We've got CJ Pants just behind, then a little bit gap back to Dan, and then a small gap back to JW. But again, we'll look back to Arthur as he goes on to the final lap of this second heat. Not quite as utterly mental as the first heat that we had, but still been very interesting, a very interesting start. A bit of argy-bargy going on, but no crazy damage that we had last race with Rundle bidding it by himself and having to pit on a damage, mate. Oh dear, it's going to be tough for you to live that one down, Rundle, I'm afraid. But luckily not happened in this race in the Ferraris. But great to see some fantastic racing. And as I said on my Instagram story, if you're not following me already, at MotoMeerkat on Instagram, I did say I wished Arthur, well, I wished all the drivers best of luck, of course. I don't have any favourites, but I did say specifically about Arthur that I know he's got good pace, and he just got really unlucky in the MotoMeerkat World Series and didn't do as well as he really could do. So I'm glad to see that he's showing his true colours, his true pace here at Brands Hatch in the Ferraris, as he moves on to the final sector of the final lap. Has lost about half a second to Racing Reviews because of that last mistake on the last lap, but seems to still be doing okay. Still has about a second gap over him, and looks like as he comes to take the final corner of this Brands Hatch track that he is indeed going to take the win of Heat 2, as long as he doesn't bid it here, and he doesn't. Well done to Arthur on taking that win. It looks like Racing Reviews might have a penalty. Oh dear. Let's have a look at the timings. He does indeed, but it's only a second penalty, so he's okay. Bit of track limits penalties there, but he's all good. Racing Reviews still takes second, with CJ Pants in third. VF2R Daniel takes fourth place, and JWF1 is going to cross the line right now to finish in fifth position in that heat. Unlucky to JW, just didn't quite have the pace there. So I'll take a picture of the results as they come up, and then we'll switch back over to the camera. My hair's even gone terrible. I was so excited. Not quite, as I said, not quite as much of a insane race as the first one, but some great racing in there and some great battling. So fantastic to see. Without further ado, this stream is going to go on for bloody ages if we wait much longer. So let's get on to the third heat of today. So let's get first. Obviously, the racers are the 5 racers that are left. So I think what we can do is we can choose them out first, because they're sort of going to know who they're going to be. So in this heat, we've got D Van Le. He's going to be joined by, I'm literally just picking them out of the hat now because all the 5 that are left are going to be involved. We've got Southless joining him for heat number 3. Then he is joined by FH444 or Finn. He will also be joined by Mr. Todd E. Games. And then the final racer in heat number 3 will be Gaming Gamer 2. So I hope you 5 lads are all very excited for this lobby that's coming up. Let's pick out what your car and your tracks are going to be. Let's have a look. So, for the car, I'm going to go with that one. We're going to go with this one. So let's see what it is for heat number 3. You will be in Formula Fords. Very interesting. Quite the slower car. But as we see, the first one where it's singular. So all of them will be in the exact same car. So it could be very interesting. Obviously, Formula Fords with the wheels that like to intertwine quite a lot. So could be interesting at the first corner. We'll have to wait and see. And let's pick out the track that you're going to be racing on in Formula Ford. Hopefully not a crazy long track. I don't think I've included the Nordschleife, so definitely can't be that. But there we go. We picked out a track. Let's see what you'll be racing on for round number 3. It is Sportsland Sugo. I don't even know this track. I just know it's in the game. And I don't know if it's any good or not. So let's see how it is. So for heat number 3, we have Gaming Gamer, Divan Lur, Southless, FH444, and Toddy Games racing in Formula Fords at Sportsland Sugo. So that will start in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a second. And we're back. Just loading up now for Heat 3. The 5 lads ready for Formula Fords at Sportsland Sugo. in Japan, it seems. Well, by the screen. Hopefully it's not lying to me. Don't actually know this track particularly well. Wonder if you guys do. I don't know why I've just noticed on my stream that the counter of viewers doesn't seem to be working. Don't know why that is. Slightly odd, but hopefully you haven't got any problems there. Hopefully no problems with the stream. But there we go. The boys have loaded up, and the random grid has been decided. We've got GSR FH444 on pole. Toddy Games behind him on second. Then we've got Southless in third. Divan Lure on fourth. And Gaming Gamer in fifth. A bit difficult that Gaming Gamer and Toddy Games are both in the same heat. Obviously, it had to happen. That means I then can't tell who it is by looking at the top left. But there we are. It's no problem. I'm sure we'll work a way around it. But we're almost ready to go for this second heat. Sorry, the third heat of the day even. And there we go. We're sinking. Almost ready to go. I don't know if the 5 lights will work this time. I don't think they are. But they're about to go now. As what a good start by Gaming Gamer from second place. Or a terrible start. Sorry. For, was it Southless? No, he's in second now. It was Finn with a terrible start in the green Formula Ford. Looking to... They're all okay around that first corner. As I said before this one started, the wheels can intertwine very, very easily in these cars. As Ascend from Finn as he's round. Oh, he's almost spun it on the grass there for Finn as he rejoins. Really tough for him there as he drops to last place, going for first position. There's going to be a tangle between the two boys at the front. Just not quite. I really thought that was going to happen. Divan Lure losing a bit of speed. Southless now catching him back up in third position, but he breaks quite early. A little tap might have been from Gaming Gamer there, but nothing too crazy. But all this battling... Pardon me. All this battling has allowed for Finn to catch up in last place currently, as people are getting squeezed off the road. There's going to be a crash. Oh my goodness. Southless has managed to somehow end up in the lead there, and Finn has come back up to second. People being all argy-bargy as Finn goes for the lead. I don't know why it's zoomed in so much as his helmet. I guess it really liked it, but there he goes. Up into first position. Just a few corners, and he's gone from last to first. A lot of hustling and bustling there between the boys, but Finn now takes the lead with Southless just following him. Gaming Gamer behind with now Divan Lure in fourth and Todd in fifth. Was leading at one point in that yellow car, but has just messed up slightly. We'll look back forward to the leaders. To be fair, since all the cars are quite similarly matched in pace, it means that this racing is very good and people aren't really pulling away or dropping off at all. So very, very interesting. Let's look behind to Gaming Gamer in third, being followed by Divan Lure. Divan Lure's on the grass, looking to pass him. Oh my goodness. As they do make contact, they're both going to go off. Oh no. The interlocking wheels. And oh my goodness, Finn's off as well. Finn looks like he's binned it by himself again, poor lad. But Gaming Gamer and Divan Lure having a bit of a crash there, and it looks like Gaming Gamer does have some damage. Frustrating for him there. Was quite the tangle between the two there, so very, very frustrating for Gaming Gamer and Divan Lure there. Divan Lure seemingly looking like he's going to pull back up to this group. Still got some decent pace and not too much damage, but yeah, as you can see in the background there, Gaming Gamer looking worse for wear, I think we can say. Poor lad, might have to come in and pit, and probably won't make it further into this race, or at least make it to the end, but in fifth place. So unlucky, buddy, unlucky. Finn, who was leading relatively comfortably, is now in third position, spinning it twice by himself already, and we're only on lap 2. Come on, Finley, you got to be a bit kinder on that throttle pedal. He's really, really going for it, though. Going to try and keep that third position away from Divan Lure. But we'll look back up to the guys at the front. We've got Southless, who's pulled a very, very cheeky little lead here over Todd E Games in second position. That yellow car is just stunning. As we look back to Finn and Divan Lure coming through as well, it could become quite an interesting little fight here between the 4 guys at the front, as Divan Lure's clearly got the pace to re-catch up to Finn, but Finn is definitely catching up with Toddy Games. So, oh, this could be very interesting. But Southless eking out over a 3-second lead now over the second place man. So, looking like he could take today's win as long as he doesn't spin it by himself. Taking a note from Finn's book there if he does so. But hopefully he can keep it on track, keep it together, and get those 10 points for his first heat out. But we'll look back to this group of 3 now as Van Leur, another send, and has spun round Finn. Finn is able to rejoin just about, but I think Van Leur maybe underestimated how early Finn was going to break there and just locked him up, couldn't do anything about it, and careered into the back of Finn. So frustrating there. Finn dropping back to 4th, and Van Leur now right up behind as Gamer as they both go off. Oh dear. Well, we're going to switch over to the onboard of Van Leur. That's not what I meant. I meant the cockpit as he covers the inside, but it's looking like Finn, there we go. Finn retakes 3rd position from him as they're diving down into this corner, slightly wide from Gamer, who gets overtaken by Finley for 2nd position, but Van Leur just staying in behind this gaggle of cars, waiting for his perfect move, and hopefully no more Punterinos from him. A lot of curb taken there by Gamer in 3rd place, and Duke might feel like he's getting a bit stuck here. Finn has got ahead and has already made quite the sizable lead, about a second between him and Gamer there. But Van Leur looking like he's getting a good exit here on to the straight to start the penultimate lap of this race. He's going to try and get in the slipstream, but obviously no aero on these cars, so it's not particularly useful. But he is catching him. He's going to look for the inside here. Not going to happen. It's going to be covered off by Gamer, so he's going to go for the outside. Try and hang it round here. I think he's just about made it happen, and he has indeed, all the way round the outside from Van Leur there. What a cheeky move from him. Let's switch it back to the trackside view. It was fantastic seeing the driver's eye there on board. Fantastic as Van Leur is getting all out of shape there through the 1st sector, trying his absolute hardest to catch back up with Finn here in 2nd position. I think I was saying Gamer that whole time. I do apologise. Gamer is obviously still in the pits from the damage that you had earlier. I did mean Todd. I do apologise, Todd, as Todd goes very wide there. Oh dear, mate. Looking like he could possibly finish 4th here, unless there is a tangle by Finn or Van Leur. Or possibly if Finn decides to spinaler it again. And another zoomed in shot of his helmet there. The game clearly really likes his helmet. As just a few seconds to let my throat recover a little bit. Only on Heat 3, and my voice is dying, but we're good. We're good to keep going. We're all good as they round, looking like the final corner. They are indeed. Southless, 4 seconds in the lead as he goes on to the final lap, has kept a very nice lead here, being calm and collected, and moves on to, as I said, the final lap of today's race. But Finn in 2nd, Van Leur in 3rd. This could prove very interesting. Let's see what happens here on the final lap. Van Leur having slightly better pace, and Finn being a one to spinaler it under a little bit of pressure. So let's see how he can do here. See if he can hold Van Leur behind for this final lap. Van Leur absolutely abusing the curbs there. Oh my goodness. Practically his whole car went over it. He did on that one. He honestly did. Yeah, there you go. He's got a slowdown for that one. Definitely had to be a slowdown for that one. He absolutely rode that curb. He might have to back off slightly to avoid getting a penalty here. But we'll have to wait and see. If he does, kind of ruins the battle for us on track. But we'll see if anything comes from it. I don't think it's going to, you know, as they careen into this right-hander. Van Leur going very wide. Almost went off there. I thought that was it for him. Finn still managing to keep ahead, and they're gaining pace over the man in 1st position, Southless. Only about a 3-second gap between them now, but he hasn't got too much time left until the checkered flag, so looking like he's going to win anyway as they go zooming into this final right-hander. Looking like it's okay. As long as Finn can keep a good exit here, he should be fine. We will quickly look forward to Southless low to see how he's doing as he comes across the line to win the 3rd heat. But let's look back to 2nd place. I don't think Van Leur is going to quite be able to do it, and Finn is going to keep his 2nd place with Van Leur taking 3rd. A fantastic little race between those boys there, with Todd finishing in 4th position, and then very depressingly Gamer sort of driving around by himself at the back after the damage he got we'll have to wait. I'm not sure either until he crosses the line or until the timer runs out. But well done to all the boys there racing. It was fantastic to watch there. Brilliant, brilliant racing from the guys. And the Formula Fords obviously are very, very difficult to race. So fair play. There were a little bit of a few Pontorinos there, but we'll hopefully ignore it. Hopefully we can all agree to disagree and be relatively happy as Finn seemingly gets his own back there as he continuously rams Steve Andler. Fair play, fair play. Right. Let's switch it back over to the camera of me beautiful face. As woohoo! Here I am. Right, let's get a picture of those results of round number 3 before they go away. And then we will get into picking the 4th heat for today. I hope you're all really enjoying this stream so far. If you are, obviously, be sure to drop a like down below. I do really, really appreciate it, as always. And if you're involved, well done. I hope you enjoyed your first races of the day. So, looking pretty good for Southless, who's won, obviously, that race that we just watched. And Arthur, who won the second race in the Ferrari Series cars. And Ben Eansgeck, who won that first race. So, I am currently just refolding the last few bits of paper that I missed out doing that race. And there we go, they're all done. So we will pick out the 4th heat without further ado. We'll try and rattle through these as fast as humanly possible. So let's have a look for this 4th heat. We'll choose the car first this time. So let's have a look. Pop these back down. What's it going to be for heat number 4? It is going to be the RS01 trophy, so the Renaults, another singular one, so all the guys will be in the same Renault Sport cars. Some interesting ones to race there, so could be quite cool. Let's see what track they're going to be racing on. Ooh, let's have a look. It is Catalunya. So there you go, the home of the Spanish Grand Prix will be the home of heat number 4 on today's wee little stream. So let's see. Popped all the drivers back in this hat. Let's have a look. Who is going to be involved in today's 4th heat? So the first driver out is, if I can get it unfolded, it's Southless. The winner of our last heat out. You'll be straight back out on track, mate. So here you are in number 4. Then let's have a look. Who's the second driver? It is Todd E. Games, another person who was in that last heat. You're out again, buddy. You're out again. Let's have another little shake up. Grab this one. Who's it going to be? It is GSR CJ Pants. You will be in heat number 4. Let's have another rummage around, Who's it going to be? It is the man who crashed out of race 1, LSJ Rundle. You've got a chance to redeem yourself here in heat number 4, my good sir. And then the final racer for heat number 4, it's Rahis. Rahis, you will be in heat number 4. So we've got Southless, the winner of the final heat, so probably the favourite going into this race, up against Toddy Games, GSR CJ Pants, LSJ Rundle, and Rahis. And they're going to be racing in Renault Sport Trophies at Catalunya. So again, that heat will start in just a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. See you in a second. Here we are, everyone. Moving in to heat number 4. Sorry about that slightly longer break that time around. Trying to get Rahis into the game, and it just wasn't really working. Couldn't quite get it working, but yeah, very frustrating there for Rahis. I do apologise, mate, but can't keep the stream waiting for much longer, so had to jump in the game, and that means we're missing one of the racers for this race, sadly. So Rahis gets an automatic 5th place for this one. Hopefully he can join for the next set of 3 heats when he gets picked. So I'm not sure what was happening there. Project Cars 2 can just be a bit stubborn sometimes, so I do apologise for that, mate. But instead, for this race, obviously in the Renaults at Catalunya, we've got LSJ Rundle on pole, trying to redeem himself this time around, and we've got Todd E Games alongside him in 2nd place. CJ Pants in 3rd, and then Southless, the winner of our last race, out in 4th position on the back of the grid. So we're syncing up. All the boys seeming like they're ready to go. The lights seem to hate me now, but they're going to get underway now. There they go. A great start, seemingly by the person on the right-hand side of the grid there, in that white, blue, and orange car. But all with, oh my goodness, I'm lying completely. Who has come from the 3rd row? Wow, CJ Pants from the 3rd row, looking to take into the 1st corner, and there's already a crash between Toddy Games. Turns in too early, slightly sideswiped CJ Pants there, but CJ able to keep it ahead. Todd's going to try and do a little switch back there. You can get some good grip on the inside, but not quite able to get it done, and CJ Pants stays ahead as they move round into turn 4. Todd's going to go for it, sends it up the inside, parks it on the apex, and keeps it there. Very well done to him. Takes 1st position, and that's allowed for Rundle to catch up slightly to CJ Pants. Thought he was going to go for the move there, but not quite getting it done. CJ Pants stays in 2nd position, with Todd taking a slightly wide line there, kicking up some gravel, but he's all good. Rundle in 3rd still with Southless, as I said, the winner of last race in, well, last position on track, but 4th position. Will still get 4 points from that position, so not to worry there. He's pressuring Rundle, but not able to get the move done just yet. But if we look forward, CJ Pants is really pressuring Todd. Todd taking a quite defensive line into the tight left-hander. CJ Pants swinging out wide, trying to cut back and get a good exit, but runs slightly wide. Might get a penalty there, but seems to be okay. This game can be very temperamental with its penalties, as I thought Rundle might slip up the inside there. His car is beautiful, I can't lie. Very nicely picked livery there, but wasn't quite able to get a move done that time around. Stays in behind Mr. CJ Pants, with Southless also just following him. And there we go. We've ended lap 1 of 5 with no crazy passes there, as I see Rahis has come back online, so hopefully a restart of the Xbox helps out his cause there. Again, I do apologise, mate, but not much we can do. You'll still get 2 points from this race, though, buddy, so don't worry. Just count it as you had a big crash or something. That's no problem. We won't remember. So, Todd, who didn't do amazingly in that last race, came 4th, so got a few points on the board, but he's slowing down. Why is he slowed down? CJ Pants looks up the inside. Maybe he just broke a bit early. I don't know what happened there, but CJ Pants slings one up the inside, and Todd's going to run wide. It's going to lose another position out to Rundle. Just as I'm bigging Todd up, saying he's doing great compared to his last race, he drops down from 1st to 3rd and is now being pressured by Southless. Could be falling to even last place here, and he is going to. Southless sends up the inside, so Todd, in the space of about 4 corners, goes from 1st to last. Oh my goodness. Unlucky there for Todd. But looking like he could be picking up another 4th place here. Very frustrating for him. Always been one that's been very competent on this game and very quick. So I don't know what's happening to him out there today. But I wish him the best of luck for the rest of this race. Hopefully he can catch up to the back of Southless again, as he is fallen off and he's left the game. He has left the lobby. So maybe having some issues there, possibly. I'm not too sure. But we're down to only 3 runners in today's race. So Todd immediately getting that 4th place. So another 4th place for Todd there. Getting some more points on the board, but hopefully again he can fix whatever issues or whatever the hell was going on there for him. Hopefully he can fix that for the next time he's picked. He's going to have a couple of races at least to try and fix that issue. But now we've got 3 on track, all very, very closely together as they come down the pit straight. One by one, following in a line. Still having a look at that number 38, Rundle's car. Just a stunner as he's going to spin out. Oh no! Rundle, what happened there, mate? What has happened? You threw away the win in the first race with a spin into the wall. Luckily this time you've missed out on the wall, but still, oh buddy, that is absolutely heart-wrenching for Rundle there. Drops it by himself and allows Southwest through into that second place. Honestly, count yourself lucky there, Rundle, that you haven't got either Rahis or Todd there to pick up the pieces of that third position and snatch it away from you. So, look on the bright side. Count yourself lucky for that, mate. But, oh, mate, so frustrating. So frustrating. So here we go. It's now a 2-horse race for the win. It was looking like Southwest could go from a first position in the last race to a last position, but he somehow managed to make it up to second place and is only about 4/10 off the back of CJ. Now, CJ finished third in his first heat out, so let's see if he can improve on that and get first position. But Southwest is going to try everything he can to make sure that he doesn't get that first place, and so that Southwest can steal it away and steal those 2 extra points. This could be very interesting in that very sinister black livery that Harry has on his car there in second position, and he's right up the rear bumper of CJ now as they go on to the penultimate lap of this race around Catalunya. I saw a few people getting a bit aggy in the live chat that Catalunya is not the most interesting track. I agree, it's not the best, but it's still a good one, and it's great for these cars, like GT3 style cars. And there we go, Southwest looks on the move, gets a nose in front, goes quite deep though, might not be able to stop it. CJ gets a switchback and moves over to the outside, which will turn to the inside, but he's not able to carry the speed through. Southwest holds him off and keeps that position, and we're getting a lovely zoom to the apex there. Thank you, cameraman. There we go. We look back to the cars, and Southwest has just managed to stay ahead. Pulls over to the inside to make that defensive line. But looking like he's got the move done and dusted. A cheeky little move there. Send it into the first corner. CJ Pants had the right thought about it, trying to get the switchback, but just couldn't quite get it done. So well done to Southwest. Looking like he could win 2 races in a row here. Southwest has been very, very vocal on Instagram, saying how much he was ready for this, saying how gassed he was, how excited he was. So fantastic to see that he's doing so well, putting in the performances and beginning to eke ahead of CJ Pants here. About half a second lead he's already got over CJ. So let's jump onto the onboard of CJ, have a little bit of a different view of this race, get a look at the inside, the big air-cooled interior of these Renault Sport cars. Very, very interesting cars to look at, certainly. To drive, I'm not so sure. Can't say I've tried them out myself, but looking like good fun here today, and made for some decent quality racing. As CJ Pants almost dropping it there as he exits the second to last corner, little sort of chicane bit, but he's still following Southwest as they move on to the final lap of today's race. Let's have a look. Back to Rundle. Poor lad in third position with that Spinala earlier in today's race. But still going to get some good points. Still going to get some good points. So not to worry, Mr. LSJ Rundle. Not to worry. But let's move back. The camera angles are very odd in this game sometimes, honestly. There we go. It's like when the cameraman decides to just unman their post and run away. That's what it seems like sometimes with the Project Cars 2 camera angles, but there we go. Right, move back over to Southwest. He is still in the lead, eked out almost a second now over CJ Pants, so as long as he doesn't mess anything up too badly, it is looking like he will take first position from this race and taking a whole another 10 points. Wow. So, look, he's looking like the favourite now to win this first day of heats. But obviously, as I said at the start of the stream, all of the points that the drivers get from today's heats will be amalgamated with the points that they receive from the Enduros tomorrow. So, should be very, very interesting to see how that all works out at the end of it and crown the champion of the series, who will be winning a signed piece of MotoMeerkat merch. I know, what a prize. Everyone's wanting to win that. Like, that is a very, very coveted gift So, Merry Christmas to whoever wins that one. But as they round the final few corners, Southers just about keeps it on the track, I think, to go across the line. And he's going to... Oh, hopefully he doesn't slow down too much there to allow CJ Panzer, and he doesn't. There we go. Southers takes the win. Fantastic to see from him there. CJ getting a second place. Some more good points on the board for him. But Harry really looking like the top contender for this whole series at this moment as Rundle, there we go, he's going to cross the line to finish in third position. Wow, another great race to watch, another lovely little heat there. Let's switch it back over to me camera. There we go. What a good race. Another solid one. A bit frustrating there that we had a bit of difficulty. Obviously couldn't get Rahis into the race at all, and then Todd was leading and then had to leave. So, don't really know what happened there, but hopefully we can get... yeah, we got... Oh, I disconnected. Oh, dear. Yeah. That's just Project Cars 2 being an annoying bastard. Hopefully, I don't get disconnected at all in any of these races, but you never know. It could happen. But the boys already know what the rules for if that does happen, and we can get things sorted. But let's, as I say, move on to round... Oh, I'm messing up every word now. Let's move on to heat number 5, and let's pick out the car. Oh my goodness. The paper. Oh, I've dropped it again. There we go. The paper doing a little runner. Right, let's see what cars you're doing. Right, give me one. There we go. I've got just the one now. What car is it going to be? For heat number 5, you will be racing in the Clio Cup. So the Renault Clio is obviously another singular one, so you'll all be racing in the exact same cars again. A little bit of a slower one, so let's hope that the track again isn't too crazy big. So let's have a pick. Let's see what track you're going to be using. Let's have a rummage around. There we go, we picked out one. Let's see what it is. It's Sonoma Raceway. A slightly longer track, I can't lie, so might take a little bit of a while, this race, but there we go. Clio Cups at Sonoma. Should be very, very interesting. And let's see who the 5 racers are that will be competing in heat number 5. So I've got the first one. Who's it going to be? It is indeed Racing Reviews. You shall be racing in heat number 5. Who's going to be joining him, though? Let's have a look. Another random pick. It is VF2R Daniel. You will be in the next heat. Then get another name. Try and rattle through these relatively quickly. Sam Alicious. You will be in heat number 5. Oh, can't get you untangled. There we go. And let's pick out 2 more names to be racing against you. We've got Ben Eansgeck in heat number 5. And final person to join him will be this person. Who is it? It is Mr. Finley, FH444. So there we go. For heat number 5, we've got Racing Reviews, VF2R Daniel, Sam Alicious, Ben Eansgeck, and FH444 racing in Clio Cups at Sonoma Raceway. So it should be really interesting. Again, 5... Heat number 5 is what I'm trying to say. Heat number 5 coming up very soon. So don't go anywhere while I sort it all out. See you in just 2 ticks. And we are back. Don't you worry, not gone anywhere for too long at least. And we're loading up Sonoma Raceway in the Clio Cup cars. So it should be very, very interesting. A little bit of an interesting one. One of the racers in today's race, in this heat even, is Sam. He's just sent a message saying he thinks he might throw up at any second. So if he does leave, we know why. So hopefully Sam does feel a little bit better soon and gets through this race okay. Okay, JWF1 has just said, if I win a race, I'll donate £5. Right, I'll put you in a race by yourself, mate. That's incredible. Right, let's have a look on the grid for this race. We've got racing reviews on pole. We've got Ben just behind him, Finn in third, Dan in fourth, and Sam in fifth position. I don't know why we're so zoomed in for the start, but there we go. We're sinking, and the light should go out any second. There we go. We're underway. Racing reviews gets the start underway with Finn following in behind. Dan and Ben and Sam are 3 wide already. Coming up through this left-hander, I've just realised as we've loaded in that I was thinking of a completely different track to Sonoma Raceway. This track isn't crazy long as... Oh! Who's lost it there? VF2R Daniel gets stuck on the apex and spat out by the corner. Unlucky for him. Goes down into 5th place as we got Ben following up just behind Sam. But looking like Racing Reviews gets overtaken by Finley as he's going to try and hold it up the inside. Oh, that was close. Still side by side, but Racing Reviews retakes the position. And is back up into 1st place. Side by side in the background as well between Sam and Ben. Sam feeling a little bit sick, but still able to race just as hard as he would usually, as both him and Ben get it very sideways going into that left-hander. As they run down the hill, still side by side, but Sam manages to just about eke ahead as we'll look back to the front runners. Racing Reviews still in 1st position. I definitely saw Will Sanders in the chat saying good luck to Racing Reviews. Your luck has clearly reached him as he's still in the lead of today's race at Sonoma Raceway in these Clio Cup cars as they're looking like they're coming round the final sector to finish lap number 1. But these cars, as you can see, seem to be relatively understeery as he gets it all out of shape exiting that corner, allowing for Finn to have a great run, looking like he could go for up the inside here. Not going to quite happen. He's going to stay in behind. A little bit of a break going through that right-hander. Let's have a look back. What's happened to these guys? Ben is now in last, and Dan is bidding it by himself. Okay, Dan was in 3rd. Has managed to get it back together. I think Sam's going to look up the inside here. He is indeed. Sam's going to get him before the last corner. Retake his 3rd position. And Dan is now in 4th with Ben now in 5th. So I'm not sure what happened to Sam and Ben. Must have had a little bit of a coming together. But we missed that. And Ben is now down into 5th position. A very good racer. So let's see where he'll end up by the end of this race. Let's look back at the leaders. Racing Reviews still ahead of Finn. Finn obviously in that... not Lewis Hamilton livery. What's his name? Nicholas Hamilton, of course. The Clio Cup Nicholas Hamilton livery. Actually, I have a story about Nicholas Hamilton. I met him once at the Silverstone Classic. It must have been 3 years ago now, I'd say. I was in the... If you've ever been to Silverstone Classic, you'll know they have a little sort of play area with rides and things like that, and I was on a little ride where kind of like a drop tower type thing where it like throws you about everywhere, and suddenly Nicholas Hamilton and all his media team turn up to get on the ride to take photos and videos and stuff, and he just ends up sitting next to me, so I had a great little chat with him over the ride. It was brilliant. A really lovely bloke, honestly. Really nice guy. So yeah, anyway, after that little tangent, looking like they're gonna end up finishing lap 2. No, they're not. Still got a little bit to go before we finish lap 2. But Racing Reviews keeping about a 5-6 tenths lead over FH444. Just as I say that, he loses the rear end and loses his 1st position. See how quickly it can all change out here in the MotoMeerkat Christmas Cup. Finn now takes the lead with some fantastic car control through that right-hander there. Have to give it to him. And he's already pulled about a second on Racing Reviews. So let's see if Racing Reviews can start putting in the pace again and possibly catch up to Finn and make a bit of a race out of it for 1st and 2nd position here. But they don't really need to worry too much as there's a big gap back to, as I've just seen, Ben in 3rd as he's now binned it. What is going on between these 3 guys that are slightly behind? Ben has now lost it again, going back down into 5th or last place. Dan just ahead, and Sam only just ahead of him, now retaking a podium position, but all of them about 20 seconds off of the lead. So kind of two factions of races going on now in this heat. We've got Daniel following closely behind Sam. He's going to look for it up the inside. It will turn to the outside of the next corner, and there's a huge crash between them. Sam, oh no, Sam gets thrown off and almost takes out Ben as he rejoins backwards. Oh, I say rejoins, kind of gets thrown back onto the track by the barrier, but he's going to have some serious damage there for Sam, so probably not going to be able to re-catch up there. So Sam, if you need to throw up, this is the time. Yeah, he goes back to the pits and leaves the game as Racing Reviews is off. What's happened there? He's got just a bit wide there, I think, out of the left turn, the flowing downhill left-hander. But Sam, as I say, out of this race, probably going to throw up there. Well done for racing, Sam. You were doing well, but just got unlucky there as VF2 our Daniel had a bit of a send up your inside there. A cheeky bit of a send. But there we go. Finn still staying ahead. About 1.6 seconds between him and Racing Reviews now. With that mistake, we just about saw by Racing Reviews going into the downhill left-hander as they're coming through the final sector. Going to enter the final corner very, very soon to finish lap number 3, move on to the penultimate lap of this race around Sonoma in the Renault Clio Cup cars. Very cool cars, actually, to race in if you're starting out, a bit of a junior. Then, yeah, great ones to look at, definitely. There's loads of series in the UK with Clio cars. Pretty easy to get the hang of, I think, and good fun cars to race, certainly. Just seen Indy GT has commented on the stream. First time I've ever made it onto a stream. Hello, mate. Welcome. Yeah, I tried to make it sort of at a good time for all audiences, whether you're American, as Indy GT is, or Australian, or anywhere in between. I was hoping that we would get the full amount of audience that we could possibly get with the most amount of time zones sort of covered. So there we go. Welcome, mate, to the stream. Not the most interesting race, this one. Now we've had Sam leave, and there's not really a pack. So about 1.8 seconds between Finn in first and Racing Reviews in second, and then about 2 seconds between Dan in third and Ben in fourth. Not the best race for Ben here. Obviously, he was entering this race as a race winner, but this time finishes last on track, but will be fourth position, so we'll get a couple of extra points over Sam, who has left the session as Ben. Oh dear, bit of a wide line there for Ben. Not the quickest one there, Ben. I would not recommend it. I would not recommend that line. Let's switch over. We'll have a look at Mr. Racing Reviews. Let's jump onto the onboard of... That's not the one I wanted. I wanted the cockpit of the Renault Sport Car. And I believe it was Racing Reviews who we actually got on board with the last time he was out. So watching him again, clearly just getting himself into situations that would look quite good on board. As you can see, this car quite slow, but as soon as you go around the corners, not very much grip at all. So fair play to the boys of even keeping it on the track, or for a lot of them, not keeping it on the track a whole lot of the time. But still doing a great job. As a lock-up for Finn there going to the final corner. They're not losing a huge amount of time. There's still like 20-second gap between Finn in first and Dan in third, so definitely not going to be any challenging for those two boys in third and fourth. But can Racing Reviews catch up at all across this final lap of today's race? We'll switch back to trackside and see him. Meow, there he goes. Straight past as they're on now the final lap of today's race. And to be fair, Racing Reviews has closed the gap from 1.6 to 0.8 seconds that final lap. So there is still a possibility of a race here if Finn makes any sort of mistake. We'll have to watch if he's listening, Finn. No pressure at all, mate. No pressure. He's got about half a lap to go to take the full 10 points from this heat. Let's see if he can do it as they go down the flowing left-hander. Racing Reviews halve that gap again to 0.4 now as he is getting super close to the rear of Finn. I thought he was going to go for the move there. We switch back to the cockpit camera. He's right up the rear of Finley now in that, as I said, the Hamilton livery car. Gets a decent exit, but so does Finn. It's going to all come down to the final corner here. Is Racing Reviews going to be able to do anything? Doesn't get it, gets a bit of oversteer there, loses a bit of time over Finn, and that might be the deciding factor as they go down through the final complex of corners, to the left, through the right, a little bit of a break there, Finn getting it properly sideways, but manages to hold on to it, as they go down into the final corner. I think Racing Review's back to point 8 now is just a little bit too far away, as we'll switch back to the trackside view and we'll look forward to Finn, who has kept it ahead and has taken the win. Well done to Finn, taking the win in the Clio Cups at Sonoma, with Racing Reviews taking second position. Great battling from the guys there. Racing Reviews just couldn't quite get it, but still fantastic to see. We're going to then see Dan and Ben come across the line in third and fourth place respectively. So another fantastic little race there from the boys. And when these guys have come across the line, and I've noted the results, we will then move on. Oh dear, Ben has decided to bin it going across the line. There we go. I thought he was going to go backwards across the line there. What is he doing? What is he doing? What a time waster. Bloody hell, Ben. I'm only joking. Right, we've noted the results. There we go. Let's switch it back over to the beautiful face cam. There we go. There we are. Another cheeky little race there at Sonoma in the Clio Cup cars. So very good to see. Obviously, we've now had those 6 drivers, so we kind of know already who the last 5 drivers are going to be. Let's pick them out and just make sure we double check exactly. So we've got JWF1 going to be involved in heat number 6, over halfway through now. Then we've got Jack joining him on the grid. Then alongside them will be Arthur, WRL Senna, or Arthur as we know him, will be on the grid. And who's this? It is Gaming Gamer. Will also be on the grid for heat number 6. And the final person to pull out is indeed D Van Leur. So there we go. So we've got JWF1, Jack 123344, WRL Senna, and Gaming Gamer all together for heat number 6. But let's see what car, what track they will be using. So firstly, let's get the car. Oh no! I've lost 2. That was terrible for me. Right, we're back. Right, I lost a couple of cars there. Let's give them a little shake. What are we going to get? That's it. That's the one. Let's see what it is. It is Track Day B. So there we go. One of the multiple ones again. So not all going to be in the same car this time. The drivers will be able to pick exactly what car they like from the list of Track Day B cars. Let's see what track it's going to be on for the Track Day cars. We pick one out. What is it? It is Bathurst. A lovely track. A bit of a longer one, but let's see. The Track Day B cars should be relatively fast. So there we go. Track Day B at Bathurst. Got those 5 races involved. So we'll be back before you even know it for heat number 6. Super looking forward to it. So don't go anywhere. Don't be doing that. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for heat number 6 at Bathurst. All the guys are in, and let me just tell you, track day B is a very interesting array of cars. We'll put it that way. It was like radicals, and it was all. I think it was 3 different radicals and then a Lamborghini. Really random array of cars there, but there we go. As you can see, 2 guys have picked the. Is it a Lamborghini? It might be like a kit car of some sort. I don't really know. Why is it snowing? What? What? It is on sunny for everywhere. It's in Australia. It wouldn't even snow there. That's ridiculous. Oh my god! Right. I'm not reloading the lobby, so the guys will just have to deal with it. I don't know what the hell has gone on there. It's supposed to be sunny for all the lobbies. It's just set the same for everything. So I'll make sure for the next one that it's definitely still set as sunny. But that's very, very weird. There we go. We're going to start heat number 6. We've got Gaming Gamer on pole. Jack next to him in 2nd position. Arthur in 3rd. Divan Lur on 4th. And JW on 5th position on the grid. Hopefully they all ready up relatively soon. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't know it snowed in Australia, so that's great. Exactly. I've got it set to bloody sunny for everything. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, there we go. It's sinking, and it looks like we could be starting heat 6. And we're underway, it seems. And, a terrible start for the Radicals. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, the snow doesn't seem to be very enjoyable. I think we should probably restart this. Yeah, okay, everyone's going off. Right, we're going to restart this lobby. I'll invite everyone. we can't be dealing with that. I don't know why the hell it snowed. Right, Project Cars 2 has decided it's going to do its own thing. Let's let's get this resorted and get the guys back into the game. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go to the heat waiting screen again. And I'll get it sorted again. So I do apologise, everyone. Give me 2 more minutes. We'll be back going again. Right, okay, we're properly back this time, guys, I promise. I promise. I found out what the issue was. It was set to season winter. So that was why, even though it was clear, it was still snowy. So I don't even know why the game had just decided to do that by itself, but there we go. I do apologise. Hopefully we should jump in now and it should be all okay. Hopefully. You never know with Project Cars 2. Sometimes it just decides it wants to do its own thing. And we're going to jump in. Should have, as I say, those 5 races I said before. There you go. They're all back in the lobby. The grid is going to be different, and that's really helped JWF1 there. So, sorry, boys. I can't do anything about the random grids, so you're going to have to deal with it. But there we go. We've got JW, who's now taken pole position. It's going to be alongside Arthur, who has Jack behind him, with Gaming Gamer on 4th, and then Van Leur on 5th. So I apologise about the change up in the grids there, but as I say, not really a huge amount that I can do. Yeah, I do apologise, everyone who's racing. I said we'd be done by 4. That was with no issues. We've had quite a few issues, so I'm afraid we are going to be a little bit past 4. I think we should definitely be done by 4:30, though, so don't worry. We're syncing. We're ready to go. We're not allowed to see the lights for some reason still, and there we go. The Radical on 3rd place. Looked like he had a great start, but then fell away. I think Jack might have even got a start penalty there, but there we go. Gaming Gamer from 4th on the grid up to 2nd in that Lamborghini. He absolutely meows in the bright green Lamborghini, with JW in the bright yellow Lamborghini leading the way as we go down the first straight, closely followed by Gaming Gamer in that other Lamborghini. He's going to look for the move. Not quite going to happen. JW sits in the middle of the road. Luckily, I thought there was going to be a bit of a punterino there on JW, but he was okay. And remember, this bet is still on the table. If JW wins a race, he has to donate £5. So come on, JW. No bias from the commentator here, but come on, JW. I want £5. Come on, but look behind them. The Radical is giving Gaming Gamer lots of trouble, lots of issues. Arthur trying his best to get through, but he's got Van Leur hot on his tail. This is the part of the circuit that can be difficult, and JW's made a mistake, allowing for... Oh my goodness, there's a huge crash! Oh! Arthur almost gets caught up in it. JW absolutely smashes into the wall there, but Gaming Gamer was involved in a... Look at the side of his car. It's absolutely ruined. Slamming into the walls. That's the difficulty with performance-enhancing damage still on at Bathurst as he hits the wall again. And there's absolute carnage. The two Radicals going side by side. Arthur just able to stay ahead. Only just, though, of Van Leur. And JW, again, managing to keep the lead, even with his slightly damaged Lamborghini now. The Radical's probably better in that slower bit with all the corners at the top, but these long straights, the Lambo looking good, but not even quite. Arthur is able to keep behind him as they're coming down through the fast right-hander. They'll go, and then into the heavy braking zone of the left-hander. Let's see if anyone goes off here. It's one that's quite... Oh, there's going to be a crash. Oh, 3-way crash, and JW's at the wall. Oh, no. Van Leur and Arthur both locking up as they're going to get involved in a crash as well. What has happened there? But Arthur has managed to take first position out of that. JW's only just behind, managed to recuperate himself. He's going to go for the dive. That was an absolute dive bomb on Van Leur there from JW. But they're going to go side by side across the line to finish lap 1. What a chaotic lap 1. They're still side by side for 2nd place. And JW is just about going to squeeze out Van Leur there, and he really is. Jack's then going to get a nice little exit out the first corner and take Van Leur's 3rd position away from him as well. So really not worked out well there for Van Leur, down into 4th place. But even worse for Gaming Gamer, looking like he could take the win on the first lap there, but then smacking into the wall and getting a hell of a heap of damage. Let's move back to the front runners. JW going slightly wide there. A lot of pressure from Van Leur now on Jack for that 3rd place. Currently, looking like I'm not getting £5, so I'm very angry, but I'm only joking. No biases here. Well done to Arthur. Fantastic from him. One of the favourites coming into this race as he won the first race he was in, the first heat, and he's in the lead of this 2nd one. So fantastic. Oh my goodness! Oh, that was both Jack and JW a bit more than grazing the wall, I think we can say. Absolutely smashing into it, getting even more damage, which hopefully shouldn't hamper them too much. But Jack now right on the rear end of JW, with Van Leur falling off slightly, but I don't think he got any damage there. So I think we'll... as Jack has managed to pass JW, and JW's been squeezed off onto the grass, moving him down into 4th position. My £5 has properly slipped away. I think we can all agree here, boys. Oh dear, JW down into 4th, but now a battle for 2nd in shoes with Van Leur right behind Jack. But quickly, let's have a look as they go down through their segment corners. Look at the onboard of the Radical. Looks so sweet. Van Leur following in the white Radical, following Jack in that orange Radical. He's catching him. The arrow on the Radical's really doing its bit. He's going to look for it here. Can he do it up the inside? He's going to go for it. An absolute send. Does indeed get it stopped and squeezes him. Oh, what a move there. What a move. Let's look back to the trackside view. could be looking for a move. Not quite. Jack does look for it into the final corner, but doesn't quite get it done. A fantastic move we were able to witness on board there from Van Leur as he takes second position away from Jack. And what I also wanted to look at was, let's get up the timings and see. Yeah, so Jack has got a 20-second penalty, which means that he will have jumped this start there. He did get a pretty amazing start, so probably going to get dumped back down into 5th position. Doesn't matter though, he's still going to keep racing out on track and keep pressuring Van Leur here for his second place. Will Van Leur be able to increase his gap at all? As we can see there, Arthur still out in first, keeping his gap, got about 1.5 seconds over Duke as we speak. But we're only about halfway through this race now. Halfway through lap number 3 at the Bathurst circuit. Quite a longer lap here, about 2 minutes 15 per lap as Van Leur absolutely clatters the wall on exit there. Manages to keep it together okay. I think must have not picked up too much damage because he's keeping going there. A graze by Jack as we go through there. And oh, he's wide, he's off. Van Leur is off. The damage clearly being a bit too much for him through there. And he bins it down into 3rd position. But as we said before, with Jack's 20-second penalty, I honestly don't think it will matter a whole lot. So frustrating for Jack there, getting that penalty unnecessarily on the start. But I mean, we definitely did see it on stream and it definitely did really help. So not much I can do about that. Very frustrating for you, Jack. But hey, you know the rules, boy. Don't jump the start and you've only gone and done it. So ouch. Ouch, mate. Ouch. But who knows? There's 13 seconds between Jack and Gaming Gamer, who's in 5th. So if Jack is able to increase his lead over him by like 6-7 seconds now, he could possibly still get a couple of extra points. But we'll have to wait and see what happens by the end of this race. You can see JW in the background there. Let's go and have a look at him because we feel a bit sad for him and I feel absolutely cheated out of my £5. There we go. The 2 Lambos clearly not being the best choice at Bathurst today, with JW in the Lambo in 4th and Gaming Gamer in the Lambo in 5th, with the 3 Radicals up front. Van Leur in 3rd, Jack in 2nd, and Arthur still ahead, but has really lost his gap quite a bit. He was on about 1.5 seconds on lap 3. Now we're on lap 4, and it's down to 0.6, 0.7. So this has the possibility of getting very interesting. Very interesting. As my throat continues to die, we've now run out of water, so I'm going to need to go and fill up my Wasser bottle after this race is completed. Oh dear, just seen in the background, Jack has now clattered the wall, and he's clattered the wall again there. Going to be losing a lot of time to Arthur. When you're clattering the rules, doesn't really help, and also the possibility of getting some damage. Doesn't look to have affected him too much. I think when you sideswipe the wall, as Arthur has crashed into the wall, really losing the gap there now to Jack. Only about 4/10 between the two of them at the front. But as I was saying, if you just sort of graze the wall, sideswipe it, you don't actually get too much damage, I don't think. So they should be okay, especially in the Radical with the closed-in wheels. With an open wheeler, might be a bit of a different story, but they seem to be alright as we speak. Up to about 0.6 now between Arthur and Jack at the front as they move into the final sector of this lap. No one really yet binned it here just from like outbraking themselves. I do it a lot, so I'm surprised that no one has actually done it yet. Van Leur not quite having the pace to keep up with these two at the front. A little gap back to him. Nothing crazy, don't get me wrong. Only about 2 seconds or so. As they move on through the final corner onto the final lap of heat number 6. Very interesting, but I can confirm that Jack now has 20 seconds over Gaming Gamer in 5th. So, theoretically, he will be taking 4th... No, sorry. Yes, he will be taking 4th position, with Van Leur getting 2nd and JW getting 3rd. But let's see if we can take the lead on track before that even happens. Before we get to the finish of The race moving through Sector 1 now of this beautiful Bathurst circuit, one I definitely need to visit in real life. I've been relatively close to it before, geographically, but didn't actually get the time or the money to go and visit. So would love to go and do something there in future. It's just a absolutely stunning circuit, isn't it? Just crazy. Like, who even thought to build it? It's just so mental, but there we go. Fantastic seeing the Radicals blasting through the woods here, but it's not looking like Jack as he hits the wall again. I was going to say not looking like he's really catching him, but down to 0.2 now. Maybe he is. Could we see something into the Sector 3? I'm not sure. As long as Arthur doesn't make a mistake here, he should be fine through Sector 2. As he is doing a bit of a lock up there, entering the left-hander, as Jack is now right behind him, really pressuring him through here. Could even get him in Sector 2 if he gets close enough. They're going to go down into the left-hander as they enter the long, hard straight. A decent exit for both of them, but the aero could play a factor here, but also so could damage. So let's see, does Jack catch him down the straight, or does Arthur pull away? Arthur's pulling away down the straight, which means... oh, no, they're actually relatively similar here. I think Jack might be closing in. He is indeed closing in. A tenth per second. Is he going to close in enough to send it? He's not. He's going to be close in. He's going to tap Arthur. Arthur almost goes round, but luckily able to hold it together, the two of them. Arthur stays in first. They're going to run down now into the final corner of this race. Jack just staying behind. Obviously, he's got this penalty we know about. He's just staying behind and honestly could finish ahead of JW here. Could, in fact, do that, but Arthur's going to come across the line. Well done to him, taking another win in heat number 6. Fantastic, with D Van Leur coming across third on track, but second overall in the results because of Jack's penalty, obviously. But what we have to see here now, I think JW, he's coming down to the final corner, is going to be far enough behind that means that Jack will actually take third place. So not a whole lot lost there, actually, for him, which is good. But there we go. Just note down the results as JW does come through and does indeed finish 4th. And then we'll look back. Gaming Gamer comes through as well. So let me just note those down. Got JW and then Gaming Gamer bringing up the rear in a slight bit of accident near the start of the session there. So unlucky for him. Let's switch it back to the camera. Another heat done, which means another set of 3 heats done. So that means all the names of the drivers go back into the hat again, ready to be repicked for the third set of 3 heats. 3 more heats to go in this live stream, boys. I hope you're already excited, but without further ado, let's move on to heat number 7. Let's have a look. What car is it going to be for heat 7? Let's pick it out. Bit of a rummage. And this is the one we're going to go with. And it is indeed, what have we got? It is Formula 3. Oh, dear God. That is, if you are playing the game, Formula C. Cars that are practically undrivable. So this should be very interesting. Now, let's see what track the Formula 3 cars are going to be racing on. Let's hope it's a good one. They're pretty slow. So let's hope it's not a crazy long track. What have we got? Oh, it is Brands Hatch Indy this time. So there we go. We've already had Brands Hatch GP. Brands Hatch Indy now comes out of the hats in the Formula 3 cars. Now, I know you're all probably going to be like, oh my God, I don't want to be in the Formula 3 cars. They're so awful. Let's see who is the unlucky ones. The unlucky 5 to race in the Formula 3 cars. So here we go. First name out the hat. And it is FH444. You will be racing. Your final race of the day will be in the Formula 3 cars. Who's going to be joining you, though? It is this man. It is Todd E. Games. You are in heat number 7. Who else is it going to be? We've got Jack. Just got out of the car there, out of the Radical, and you're going to jump straight back in to heat number 7 and your final race of the day. Let's choose the final 2 drivers. They are D Van Leur, another person who just finished that last race, jumping straight back in again. And the final driver, let's find out who it is for heat number 7. I think that's just one person. It is indeed. Who have we got? It's Sam Malicious. There you go, buddy. You are involved in heat number 7. So there we go. We've got Finn, Toddy Games, Jack, Divan Lure, and Sam Malicious racing in Formula 3s at Brands Hatch Indy for heat number 7. So again, don't go anywhere because you're not going to want to miss it. This could be very, very spicy for a cheeky little 5-lap dash round Brands Hatch Indy. So again, don't go anywhere. I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you all for staying on this stream. I hope you're having a great time. Hope you're enjoying today's racing. If you are, as I've said before, be sure to drop a like on the stream. It means a lot, everyone. Oh, I've got some more water. I just had to quickly run downstairs. But we're here in the Formula 3 cars at Brands Hatch Indy. It's probably going to be quite a short one, unlike the rest of the heats. But let's have a look at the grid. We've got Jack on pole with Sam Malicious next to him on second, Finn in third, Divan Lure on fourth, and Todd E Games in fifth. So an interesting lobby. Have any of these guys won a race yet is the question. Finn has indeed won one race. And I believe that's it out of everyone that's racing. So Finn, possibly the favourite here, starting on third. All the cars the same, so let's see what happens. Going to go to 5 red lights, and they're underway. There we go, an interesting start. A great start from pole position there, actually. A lot of... oh, no, a terrible start from pole position. What am I speaking about? He's down to third, almost down to fourth even. What has happened there for Jack? Falling down the field. They're going to go 3 wide, though. Oh my goodness, super close between all these racers. Finn has managed to make it into third position. fending off the two guys behind him. And who's that? We've got Finn has now dropped into fourth even. Sorry, Toddy Games has taken him into third. We've got Sam in second. And Divan Le has made it into the lead. Fair play to him. The man I said was the odds there. Divan Le has gone a bit wide there, kicking up some dust, but manages to keep it on the track. The man I said was the favourite, Finley, is down in last, in 5th position. Not a great start for him, as we already come to finish lap number 1. They're all still super close together, all 5 drivers. Divan Le comes across the line in first, with Sam following him, followed by Todd, then by Jack, and then by Finn, as he's going to spin it. Oh, whoa! One way, then the other, couldn't hold on to it, and Finn drops it by himself again. Oh dear, Finn. Not having the best of luck, is he, today? Oh, mate. Very frustrating as Jack goes wide there. An interesting line from him that's sort of managing to stay on the back of this triple pack. The leading 3. Let's see what happens here. Only about a second between this top 3 group of cars. With Divan Le at the front, Sam Malicious wedged in the centre, and Toddy Games bringing up the rear as Toddy is going to look for the move here. Pulls over to the inside. Can he take Sam? He's going to look for it, and he's going to get him before they even make the braking zone. Todd moves up into second place. Sam down to third, and Sam not with the greatest exit, looking like he could be pressured now by Jack, who's in fourth. Jack looks for it, and Sam manages to cut back across ahead of him and keeps the position, but very, very close between them as he gives a little bit of a push to Mr. Toddy Games. Gets a decent exit too and is able to pull alongside, but not quite able to hold the position ahead of Todd, as that makes him go wide, then entering the next left-hander, and Jack is able to take that third position and move up into the podium place. Well done to Jack there on that cheeky little move, picking up the mistakes of Sam and using it to his own advantage as we move on to already the penultimate lap of the race. As I said, super quick laps here, only just over 40, 45, 50 seconds. And we'll look forward. Divan Le managing to keep the lead, about 8/10 between him and Todd now. So looking, if he can keep it together, that he can take the win. It will be his first win so far, getting a 3rd place in his first race and a 2nd place in his second race. Then in his 3rd, he could take a win. So Mr. Consistently going up the standing. So well done to Duke. Now there's a slight gap back from Toddy Games to Jack, about a second between them, and now about a second between Divan Le and Todd for first place as they move on to the final lap. We'll jump on an onboard though, because Todd could possibly, hopefully, be catching up. But let's have a jump on board as we follow Divan Le. Only about 30 seconds to go of this race. I don't think Todd's going to quite have the pace to catch up. An interesting line through there, goes quite tight. I thought he would run a lot wider, but not happened. I think we can probably come off of the onboard view and have a look as they zoom past on the exterior, as Todd has gone a bit too deep there, goes wide. Luckily doesn't pick up any sort of penalty, but it's definitely not going to have any chance to catch Divan Le, as Divan Le comes across to win his final race and win Heat 7. Well done to Duke, with Todd taking 2nd position, Jack in 3rd, Sam is going to come across the line in 4th, and Finn, a very sad race for him, down in 5th position. But well done to all the racers there. As I said, one of the shorter races, but still a very, very interesting one. Let's just note down the results. Oh dear, a bit of a crash there to end off the session, as I think Finn should be coming across the line anytime now. And that'll end it off. So there we go. Let's switch it back. Oh no! I wasn't wearing the necessary headgear. I removed the headgear for aerodynamics when I ran downstairs, and it definitely helped, so almost forgot to put them back on, but we're good. Right, all those races are now done. Let's move them to the side. Pop you over there, and let's move straight on to deciding heat number 8. Only 2 rounds to go. If you're enjoying this, or sorry, should I say 2 heats to go. If you're enjoying this again, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Right, let's pick the car for the second to last race of the day. Let's pick it out. Who we got? What car is it? It is Vintage F1B. Oh my god, those are so difficult to drive. So let's see how that goes. Vintage F1B around what track? To be fair, we don't have to worry about them being too slow because, I mean, they're old F1 cars, so they're pretty damn quick. There you go. That's it. That's the track. I think there's... Oh, no, there's two there, and I was definitely holding on to this one. So let's turn it over. What's it going to be? It is Long Beach. The Long Beach circuit in... Oh, I can't remember if it's California or Florida now. Oh, God. I can't remember. Someone let me know in the live chat if it's California or Florida that Long Beach is in. But let's find out first who the 5 races are going to be for this second to last heat. Let's pick you out. Be ready, boys. Be ready. First person is LSJ Rundle. You will be in heat number 8. Who's with you? This driver is, who's he? It is Ben Eanes Geck. You will be in heat number 8, my good sir. Long Beach is California. Thank you, IndyGT, the American man. We've got Arthur, WRL Senna, taking on those 2 other boys. Let's find out the other 2 other boys. We've got, it is Mr. Famous YouTuber, Racing Reviews, not JW. I know you thought I was going to say JWF1. No, Racing Reviews in this second to last heat. And the final driver, I think I picked up one there. Yep, there we go. It's Rahis. So hopefully Rahis can get in the lobby this time. But there we go. We've got Rahis, Racing Reviews, WRL Senna or Arthur, Ben Eanes Geck, and LSJ Rundle to compete in the penultimate race of this stream, Vintage F1B at Long Beach. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be crazy. So it's going to be interesting to see how the boys deal with this. So let's get into it. Heat 8. I'll see you in just a second. we go. Ready to start. Heat number 8. The second to last heat for today's stream. Thank you all for being so supportive. I really appreciate all your support on the stream. I did just see, who was it? Evan Dalton has said, yeah, commentator's curse on Finn, yes. And your enthusiasm is definitely top tier. Well, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Obviously, I've got to be nice and animated, haven't I? Oh, dear, I've just seen someone's gone kicked. Oh, bloody hell. We've got racing reviews, Rundle, Arthur, and Ben. Who is it then? Oh, is it Rahis? Rahis got kicked again. Oh, Rahis, mate. That is so unlucky. Oh, mate, that is frustrating that you've got kicked. I'm so sorry, Rahis, mate, but everyone's readied up and we're ready to go now. We got racing reviews on pole, Rundle second, Arthur third, and Ben in fourth. Gonna get this race underway. Now, off they go. All the boys in Lotus. Oh, what are they? 78s, I think? Something like that. I don't remember. Old Formula 1 cars anyway. And look at that. Racing Reviews already taking a massive lead. Arthur's dropping back. Rundle's about to take him round the outside. What a move. And it looks like he could be taken. Oh, by Ben as well. That was very close. They're still side by side. Ben's going to try and stay in there. Almost goes in the flower beds. Becomes a lawnmower. And he's on top of Arthur. Oh, dear. He's going to get stuck in the wall there. Manages to reset himself and carry on. But very frustrating there. And Arthur's got some damage, it looks like. It looks like he's crabbing. He is indeed. He's definitely crabbing. So Arthur and Ben getting in a kerfuffle before they've even got out of Sector 1. Yeah, Ben has pretty bad damage, it seems, as well. So both those two guys practically out of this race before it's even started. Oh, dear, boys. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What has happened there? Very frustrating. That's going to mean not a particularly interesting Heat 8 here. I thought it could be chaotic, but I didn't quite realise that it would be a crash that takes off the grid out before we've even got through Sector 1. But there we go. Racing Reviews has still done a very, very good job here to make it out in first position. And not only just being in first by 2.5 seconds over LSJ Rundle in second position. Obviously, all in the same cars, so only difference is actual pace between the boys. So, fair play to him. You've got to give him the props there. You've got to give him the props. So, well done to Mr. Racing Reviews. I don't believe, no, he hasn't. Racing Reviews, in his previous 2 races, has got 2 second places. So, very, very interesting to see there. Getting some very good points on the board. Doing much better than he did in the World Series over the summer. So, clearly has been putting in the practice for the Christmas Cup. And it's really paying off. And hopefully here, he can get some decent points on the board and get his first win of the day so far in Heat number 8 here. But I've seen that Ben has also left. Oh, dear. Frustrating for him, very frustrating. Sad that you had to end off your final race of the day. As I've just seen, Arthur's now left as well. So there we are. We're down to 2 races. Oh dear, for this Heat number 8. Slightly frustrating there for those boys. Yeah, just obviously a tight and twisty circuit. We've got open wheel cars, older ones as well, so they get damaged a lot more easy. And just, yeah, frustrating there for those guys. But as we move on to lap number 3, a bit of a procession. Now it's going to be, Racing Reviews will be taking this win as long as he doesn't bin it, basically. So he can drive a lot slower than he really needs to. Just putting in the laps, making sure he gets it all down, all done and dusted. But we've got LSJ Rundle back behind him as well. Let's have a look at him in a slightly less interesting white and red livery. But that car is just beautiful. Anyway, the older sort of aero systems at work and those absolutely gigantic tyres that they've got on them, just they look so, like, I know obviously nowadays they've got the difference between the rear and the size of the rear and the front tyres, but it's just not quite as obvious as these, is it? So they just look proper funny. Well, they just look quite funny. So there you go. Look at him. Right, let's move back to Mr. Racing Reviews, who's obviously in first position, and we will go on board with him in this old Lotus Formula 1 car in the beautiful yellow livery as he rounds the final corner, gets the power down. Have a listen to this car. Oh, ho, ho. Sounds absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? Wow. The downshifts as well. Oh my god. Incredible, incredible. Really adds something, doesn't it? The noise of an older sort of V8, V10, V12, any of the above, really. Anything's better than the hybrid V6s. Nah, they're still pretty decent, to be fair. I'm just really hoping that electricity or electrical power isn't involved in future, because that's Formula E. Like, we've already got that. We don't want it involved in Formula 1 too. It doesn't matter about the environment. Screw the environment. We want a petrol-powered car. We want the noise. We want all of that. So there's so many positives to having a petrol-powered car. So we definitely want to continue seeing those in future. Let's move back off to the onboard. Oh, look, what does the bumper look like? What does the bonnet look like? What does the roof look like? Oh, an overhead shot like the old onboard cameras used to have. And then chase cam is basically the same as onboard anyway. So we'll switch back over to the track side. The gap back to Rundle is still like 2.2, 2.3, moves up to like 2.6 as Aldi clips the wall there. Need to be a bit careful there, Rundle. You don't want to be getting any damage as they move on to the final lap. As I was saying, the gap between the two... Oh no, they're moving on to lap 5. Oh no, they are moving to lap 5. I knew that was wrong. Yeah, moving on to the final lap of this race. The penultimate lap of the race. Indy GT has said in the chat, what a final race. No, mate, we're not at the final race just yet. Still in the penultimate one, just on the final lap now at Long Beach, which, as you told me, is in California, not Florida. So, I definitely will be sure to get that right in future. I just couldn't remember. It slipped my mind for a second there. It slipped my mind slightly. But we've got it all down, all good now. So a bit frustrating. We had a bit of unluckiness there for the second to final heat. But thank you all, 26 people that are still watching the stream. Thank you very much for watching and enjoying yourself. And we've just got one more race today to bring to you. To be fair, the gap has halved between Racing Reviews and Rundle, but only one more sector to go as Rundle clatters into the wall there. So I think if there was any possibility, down to 0.6 now. Bloody hell, he's right on him. As Racing Reviews, oh my goodness, I thought he was going to get stuck in the wall there and lose out. But no, he's all good. Racing Reviews is indeed going to take the win with Rundle in second. Well done to those two boys. So unlucky there for all the boys that had to leave. Very frustrating there, but let's switch back over to... my beautiful face camera for the final time to choose the car tracks, and obviously we do know the drivers for this final heat, so let's quickly rattle through the drivers that are going to be involved. Thank you all for staying involved and enjoying yourself. So obviously we've got CJ Pants is going to be involved in heat number 9. Then we've got, who's this? VF2R Daniel will also be involved in the final heat of the day. Then who have we got here? It is Gaming Gamer. It's going to be involved as well, of course. Then we've got JWF1, the YouTuber man, will be involved in the final heat. Still got that £5 bet on if he wins. And then Southless Harry from Guernsey will be involved in this final heat. So let's find out what cars, what tracks you're going to be using. Oh, I'm excited again. I'm excited. Right. Let's pick them out. Give them a bit of a shuffle. Give them a good shuffle. We're going to go with this one. Right, this is it. The cars for the final heats will be Road D. Some slightly slower cars there in Road D, I feel. But that's all right. Now let's pick out the track. Oh, I've lost one. Fuck it. It doesn't get picked. This one is the one. What's it going to be? I think it's... No, I thought it was Rapuna Park. It's Cadwell Park. So there we go. Road D at Cadwell Park to finish off today's stream. So those 5 races that I said, CJ Pants, VF2R Daniel, Gaming Gamer, JWF1 and Southless are all going to be getting involved in the next and final heat of the day, all to play for these final points. So don't go anywhere. Should be a fantastic final little race. So I'll see you in just a second. apologies about the wait, everyone, but here we go. Just ramping up now for heat number 9. The final heat of today. Thank you all for jumping and getting involved. This should be really, really, really fun. Now, VF2R Daniel, I've been told, has had to go. So I thought it was only fair. Rahis has missed 2 of the sessions because his game was not like him and he was getting kicked. So I thought I'd add him to this session as well, and he's jumped in. So hopefully he's allowed to stay in for the race. He is indeed here on the grid. An interesting array of cars for track day D at Cadwell Park for this final race. So we've got CJ Pants on pole in the Jaguar. Then just behind him, JWF1 in the Caterham. Then Gaming Gamer in the Aston Martin. Southless also in the Caterham. And Rahis on 5th in the Aston Martin as well. So this could be very, very interesting. Cadwell, another slightly shorter circuit, but should still be great fun for some racing here, especially with the Caterhams. The Caterhams are always fantastic for racing, so I can't wait for this one to get underway. Oh, this is gonna be so brilliant. So brilliant. Super excited to see how these guys do. And obviously, JWF1 starting on 2nd. I'm hoping for my £5 still. Here we go. About to sync up. Ready for the start of heat number 9, the final heat of the day. They're going to go underway any second now. And we are go! A great start from the Jaguar on pole. CJ Pants with an absolutely amazing start. The Caterhams following suit just behind. The Astons kind of getting left in the dust. CJ Pants able to take... Oh, he's going to lose it, and he's going to take out JW in the Caterham. Oh, no. Absolutely clattered between each other there. And Southless moves into the lead with Game & Gamer just behind him, but he goes off too, looking like he might just graze the barrier, but is able to get back on. Rahis is right there, though, and they are going to hit each other, and Rahis is going to absolutely dump Game & Gamer into the wall. JWF1 zooms past, and oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's the biggest crash I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, is JW okay? Like, I know it's a sim race, but that crash was so big that he actually might be injured in real life. Oh my goodness, there's pieces of his car still moving. Oh my god, JW. Well, there goes my £5. And JW has been involved in a massive crash and is now down the back of the grid, missing every body panel off of that Caterham. Oh my god. Right, so he's down in 5th. We've got CJ Pants with a battered Jaguar who is now seemingly going off everywhere, down in 4th. A Gaming Gamer in 3rd in the Aston. Then Rahis in 2nd in the other Aston, who obviously dumped Gaming Gamer just a little bit earlier. Oh my goodness. What has happened here? What even was that start? Who's that? Is that Rahis? Oh, okay. I thought he was off. He is off. Oh my goodness, wow. Gaming Gamer goes straight over that jump, and now he's right up behind Rahis. An interesting line there from Gaming Gamer. Through the tight left, right. Rahis able to stay ahead. Gaming Gamer taking out every bollard, it seems. And there they go, managed to get it stopped. A lot of wheel spin as they exit the track, but obviously this is quite a tight and twisty circuit, I think we can definitely say, as they finally come through to finish lap 1. Oh my god, how have they just finished lap 1? Obviously on the GP circuit, so that's why they'll be going a little bit slower, but I think... Oh, who was just left there? Was that... It was indeed JWF1, and his absolutely battered Caterham has left. I think that's fair enough. It's only Southless that's been able to stay out of trouble. Didn't get involved in any of the crashes. Was able to scythe his way through into the lead. Now holds a 13-second lead, and if he just doesn't bin it... He's, I believe, the only person in today's whole lobby session to have won every single race. Unbelievable from him there. So, fair play to Harry, or Southless, as you can see on the screen. And that Momo Caterham, a pretty stunning livery, to be fair. I really, really like the look of that. But let's be honest, we can probably leave him be, and he should be doing okay. Let's move back to Rahis, who's in 2nd place, hopefully able to get some better points than the 5th that he should have got in the previous race from not being there. But obviously we just sort of switched him and VF2R Daniel around. He goes a bit deep in there, getting it on the grass. Not sure that's the best line for that corner. Probably should get a slowdown there, and if you don't, then I mean, he hasn't. The game's absolutely broken. I don't know what has happened there. There we go. So Rahis just about leading Gaming Gamer. I think he's got about 3 seconds on him, it seems. So not really any battling looking like it's going to take place here. CJ Pants in the Jag, an absolutely battered Jag. Managing to, well, sort of keep it on track there. About 6 seconds off of Gaming Gamer in 3rd position. But, yeah, just unlucky between them. Just, oh my god, that was just all over the place. That was utterly mental. What even happened there? But there you go. CJ makes it onto lap 3, but Southwest is quite far ahead. So Southwest, I imagine, will be going on to lap 4 relatively soon, onto his penultimate lap. Let's look back up to these boys. About 6 seconds now between Rahis and Gaming Gamer, between 2nd and 3rd. And then about the same, about 5 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds back to CJ Pants in 4th. And Rahis has binned it. Gone straight on at that right-hander, which will hopefully allow for CJ Pants to close up on it. Sorry, Gaming Gamer close up on him a bit. It has, but nothing particularly crazy. About 5 seconds still between the guys in 2nd and 3rd position. But unlucky to JW there. Thank you, mate, for taking time out of your schedule to jump involved on the MotoMeerkat World Series stream. You were great, mate. Didn't get particularly lucky with a 5th, a 4th, and a 5th, but there you go. You take what you can get. So, well done to JW, and I will. Oh, what? He says I can't donate for some reason. Well, you didn't win, mate, so I'm not really expecting you to donate. But I don't know why the donate button's not working. A bit weird that, but thank you, mate. I'll take the gesture anyway. Thank you. What the? Rahis! What the hell? Why is he just stopped on track? Oh my god, right. What happened there? Right, Rahis. Your game has clearly disliked you again. And Rahis has been kicked from the lobby from his 2nd place, which is going to put him down in 4th. So, I mean, at least you raced, mate, because it means you get a 4th place rather than a 5th. So, it's better than nothing, I guess. But Southless now has a 30-second lead. Oh my goodness. Harry has been absolutely dominatory? Is that even a word? The domination is amazing. So I don't know what has happened there, but fair play to Harry. I seem to be able to donate on my screen. I mean, I know donating to my own channel kind of doesn't really work, but yeah, very weird. I'm not sure why that isn't working. So thank you, JW and IndyGT, for the gestures. But hey, there we are. It's no worries at all. I hope you've enjoyed, JW, I hope you enjoyed racing. IndyGT, I hope you enjoyed watching since you joined and you actually made it to a stream for once. Nice. Love to see it, mate. As always, love to see it. But that Caterham, nothing will beat a Caterham racing. They're just so beautiful. As Southless comes on to the final lap of this race today. Let's have a look back, though. Gaming Gamer in 2nd still, with CJ Pants in the Jaguar. So we got an Aston Martin versus Jaguar battle here, as they are both coming through the... Okay, that's an interesting line there from CJ Pants. Just completely cutting the track. There we go. There's like 30, almost 40 seconds now between the 1st place of Southless and the 2nd and 3rd place of Gaming Gamer and CJ Pants. But there we go. They're going to come through now, I think, relatively close towards the... final part of the lap. Yeah, last couple of corners before they will then move on to their final lap of the race. And some little mistakes there from Okay, JW said, keep on the stream. I'm going to try donating again. Well, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. NDGZ said, you cheeky fuck. I tried clicking it again, and it will only give the option of $99. Yeah, mate, I don't want a donation unless it's $99. I don't care otherwise. I'm obviously joking. I don't know why that's not working. So very, very weird. But thank you guys for the thoughts anyway. But here we go. Could actually be a little battle here between Gaming Gamer and CJ Pants on the final lap. Only about a second between them now. The Jaguar right up behind the Aston Martin. So let's see what they can do here. But we will look forward. He's going to go for it, but Harry's going to come across the line to win the final heat. Massive well done to Harry there. Getting a first, a second, and a first. Wow. No, wait, no, he got 3 first. Sorry, of course, I said it earlier. I'm an idiot. Harry, incredible as the Jaguar. A bit of a beefy move there, but manages to get it up the inside. CJ Pants takes second position on the final lap of this race, and looks like he should be able to keep it. 30 seconds left to go, or they cross the finish line. I think they should just about come across the finish. So will CJ Pants make a mistake, or is he going to be able to keep this second place? The Aston Martin's getting close, but it does not seem to be having an enjoyable time through the twisty corners. He's going to send it. Oh my goodness. He's absolutely beefed the Jaguar off. The Jaguar goes into the wall. Some interesting battling there between Mr. Gaming Gamer and CJ Pants. But I do believe as they come down, they're going to cross the line, and Gaming Gamer is going to take second place, and GSR CJ Pants will take third. Wow. An interesting final race, to say the least. We switch back over to my face. Yeah, wow. A very interesting one to end off there in the track day cars at Cadwell Park. Some great racing. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a little bit longer than I thought. I was hoping it would all be done by 4, but we had some technical issues there. Some difficulties with snow in Australia. Not really a difficulty I thought I would be having to deal with today, but there we go. The game's been relatively good to me. Hasn't thrown me out of any lobbies. Hasn't been laggy at all, so that's been good. That's been okay, but yeah. I hope you all really enjoyed the heats today. Whether you've been racing, I hope you had a great time, or whether you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed the crazy racing. That first heat was still the most insane. Like, that was just mad for the racing. Like, really nip and tuck, really enjoyable. So yeah, I hope you had a great time. If you did and you're still watching, again, as I said, be sure to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to my channel as well, because you're not going to want to miss all my motorsport content coming very soon. And also, you're not going to want to miss Day 2 of the MotoMeerkat Christmas Cup tomorrow at 2 PM UK time again, same time. Tomorrow, however, it's going to be the endurance round. So it's going to be all of the drivers that you saw racing today will be on track together for one race. So we're going to have a full weekend style event. So we'll have a practice, then a quali, then a race with a mandatory pit stop, fuel change, tyre change, all of that kind of stuff. Going to be super interesting. So that will be with GT3 cars that will be randomly picked out of a hat that I've got, another one for the stream, and then a track that's kind of suitable for GT3 racing, not Cadwell Park, definitely not Cadwell Park, and that will also be picked at random out of a hat again on stream tomorrow. So yeah, good luck to everyone that's involved in that, and I hope to see you all there in the live chat again to enjoy the crazy racing. So thank you to everyone that's been supporting me. Again, appreciate it to no end. Incredible. Had such a fun time streaming today, and it's just been brilliant. So I look forward to tomorrow's stream as well. Again, thank you all so much for racing, for watching, for everything, and I will be sure to see all of you meerkats later. Goodbye. I love you all. Ciao. Goodbye. Yeah, that's it from me. See ya. Whoa. I've come back. I've just seen that JW has donated. Mate, unbelievable from you there. Thank you so much. JW said, I didn't win, but cheers for some fun racing and hopefully some less killing of me in tomorrow's race. Yeah, I appreciate that, mate. Good luck for tomorrow's race. Hopefully you get a GT3 car that actually works for you. But honestly, I appreciate that so much, mate. All the money I need money at the moment. So thank you, Mr. Famous YouTuber JW. Appreciate that no end. But I'll actually actually finally go now. So apologies to ruin your day with the presence of my face again. So yeah, see you tomorrow, JW. See you tomorrow, everyone. Hope to see you back watching the stream again tomorrow. So yeah, ciao, everyone. Actually, goodbye this time. See ya.